Apple just had a press conference about a new product that they're planning on launching in about 60 days. It's known as the Apple iPad.
Okay. So everybody agrees that that sounds like a product that a woman might need in times of need, right?
Okay. iPad is not the best name for this product. However, it looks like a digital pad that you can, it looks like a computer. It is a computer. It's basically a blown-up version of the iPhone.
Right. Now, and I get it. iPod, iPad. It doesn't escape me. And I'm sure they had long debates about it, and it's fine, okay? Now, the thing is, this is kind of in the middle, and I'm a little confused as to what I'm supposed to do with it, right? It's not the phone you carry around with you, right? And your laptop you bring to do work or whatever it is, right? This is somewhere in the middle. So this is a risky move by Apple. And they admit it. They say, yeah, we know it's in the middle, and we're trying to see if there's a market for something that's in the middle, right? And look, they're geniuses over there, so who am I to disagree? And they probably got this thing figured out. And I'm not saying that it's not going to work. I don't want anybody thinking I'm on the record on that, okay? But I'm curious as to how it's going to work and who's going to buy it.
Right, and you raise a really, really interesting question because a lot of people that attended this press conference have already written reviews on the product. And I'm going to read you parts of a review written by Melissa Perrinson. She works for PC World, and she has a few critiques that are very interesting and kind of changed my opinion of this product. So,
yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And before we do that, let's just give you a sense of, because I was curious how much it is and how big it is. It's about ½ an inch, okay, thick as far as I understand.
Right. It weighs 1.5 pounds.
So 1.5 pounds. So that's pretty light, right? But you can't obviously you can't put it in your pocket, right? And how much is it?
It's about $499 starting price. Of course, if you include additional features to it, it can be more expensive, but it starts at $499.
And if you want more memory, then it goes to $599 and $699. Okay, I get the price. And in fact, the thing that I think is, then maybe I use it as a laptop and I save a little money. So that's a possibility too. All right, so now let's hear the critique.
Now, first of all, one thing that I knew was going to be a problem with this product is the fact that it doesn't have an actual keyboard. Everything is touch. And that's something that PC World talked about. Basically, since it's all touch, it doesn't give you any indication while you're typing that you've actually pressed the button. So it could, like, let's say you're typing out an email, and you don't realize if you press the button or not. You know how you can feel it on a keyboard?
Right.
So that might confuse the person using it. Here, this is what she writes exactly. She says, the touch keyboard is a larger version of the iPhones, but unlike the iPhone, there's no letter magnification when you press a key. And unsurprisingly, there's no haptic feedback. Basically, you get no physical or visual feedback when you press a key, and that's frustrating if you're trying to pound out a long email.
You know what? That actually is really important. That might be semi-disastrous. Because if I'm going to use it in place of a laptop, then I'm going to want to type out a lot of stuff on it.
Right.
And what's great about the iPhone is it shows that magnification. It shows you hit the M button, you hit the N button. At least you feel like, okay, I can see it. Okay, it sounds like they're going to have to throw a fix on that real quick and in a hurry. Any other?
Another problem that she had was she felt that it was too heavy. Okay? It's 1.5 pounds. You can't really hold it with one hand. You have to hold it with two hands. It's even uncomfortable to read books on the iPad with, both hands. She said that she didn't like the fact that it was heavy, but that's a personal thing. I'm sure some people won't have a problem with that. She also says that the lighting is too dim for her.
Okay, yeah, well, look, that might very well be true, or she's got to get glasses. I don't know. Okay, so now here's the thing, right? In my estimation, and I'm no expert on this, right? In order for this thing to work, you got to be able to effectively use it as a computer, okay? Now, I know it has 100 other things. It has still, like a Kindle, you can use it to read books. It has the music on it, like the iPhone. It has the apps on it. I get all that, right? And those are lovely add-ons. But if somebody going to spend $600 for something that isn't quite a phone and something that isn't quite a computer, if you can't type on it effectively, that could be an Achilles heel. So they better get on that real quick. Okay?
Right. And also another thing that PC World said is that it's basically the exact same thing as an iPhone. the software that's on this iPad is no different.
Yeah,
okay?
Because it's clunky, man. That's why I keep emphasizing you got to use it as a computer, because you're not taking it, like, you know how you take your cell phone to the movies or whatever. You're not taking this thing to the movies. I mean, you're lugging this thing around, right? So it could be really useful if you could use it just like a computer. Okay, touch screen, we'll get used to that kind of typing, right? Because it's smaller than a laptop, and it has all the other stuff. But if you can't use it as a computer, they're no for a world of hurt. Uh-oh, you heard it here first on the Young Turks. Steve Jobs is right now like, oh no. I think Uger's onto something.